Good afternoon and welcome to Denver, Colorado in the American Legion Region 8 Tournament Championship game at the Regency Athletic Complex here on the campus of the Metropolitan State University. Mike Ray along with Nick Arcio, Warren Ray, good to have you along. The tournament started with 8 teams, but as the old saying goes, there can only be one. Both Arizona and California were eliminated yesterday in the semifinals, with the final two standing in League City, Texas, and that is Post 554, and of course Las Vegas Aces out of Nevada. The winner of the Region 8 tournament will fly to Shelby for the World Series starting next week, and the runner-up will be able to enjoy the success that they'd had all along with Voodoo Donuts. We saw a sighting both with Las Vegas and League City the night before the semis, and both teams were bringing in literally, and I'm not kidding you, literally boxes of Voodoo Donuts. So I'm not saying that that's what fueled the wins yesterday. Clearly, it was great execution, competitiveness, obviously great skill, and I want to add in there baseball IQ to go along with it. Las Vegas started the show with their firepower yesterday in the 3, 4, and 5 batters, ripping doubles, triples, and of course home runs, along with another gritty performance on the mound. While League City showed their never-say-die attitude, putting up a 4 spot, and down 2 runs most of the ball game yesterday. They put that up in the 6th inning, then of course held off to win with some good pitching in the 7th, and of course with great defense. Las Vegas, over the last 2 days, Vegas has ignited, putting up literally 21 hits and 20 runs offensively while not allowing any runs. That's coming into yesterday. The Aces, of course, made some big plays, especially when it was needed, and of course some great performances on the mound that helped them sail to the tournament championship here today. Most likely we will see an all-out effort in pulling out the stops, but at the same time, strategic hard push on the mound. Keep in mind that the winner has to really guard the pitch counts to be able to potentially pitch on opening day or second day of the tournament, as pointed out last night on our webcast by Wally Weld, who is the director, obviously, of baseball operations due to pitch count rules. Both teams are known for powerful offense that can start quickly and can hit the long ball and spray the gaps. Pitching really will be the key today for victory. Both teams will need to mix locations, keep the ball down. That's really what's been hurting the teams that are no longer here, getting the ball up. Too many good hitters in all of the lineups, but of course with Las Vegas and League City, they take advantage of mistakes, and both teams can be streaky, and of course they are very good at making opportunities. So it's going to be the away team, technically, League City. It's going to be Jonathan McKay, starting it off, number 12, Joe Villarreal, and Garrett Poston. Good to have you along from Denver. It's the championship here for Region 8 tournaments. On the mound, it's Josh Sharman. First pitch hit to left field, going back about 4 steps. Gutierrez makes the catch for the first out. Sharman pitched a masterful performance early in the tournament. They pitched him about 3.5 to 4 innings, of course, saving him here for today. Really, it's hard to say one or the other is an ace, but I would put Sharman right up there in that category. First pitch to Parker Schmidt is a little bit high. Count goes to 1-0. Good to have you along, Denver. It's hovering around 80 degrees. We're expecting it to get to 93. Next pitch hit up the middle for a base hit. So it's a 1-out single here for League City. So it's going to be Garrett Poston, who is the starting pitcher today for League City, batting third, followed by Josh Blankenship. So 1 hit here in the ball game already for League City, top half of the first inning. Mike Ray, Cameron Gibson, Nick Arcio, Warren Ray bringing it to you. Good to have you along. Next pitch hitting the outside corner. Count goes to 1-1. Again, we want to thank all of the viewers. First of all, we'll start there. You got to be careful with Sharman. He has a great pickoff move, and we saw him earlier in a game, picking people off at first. In fact, the same batter twice. Next pitch is fouled away. Count goes to 0-2. But Sharman, a very established pitcher, very pinpoint, will hit spots, he'll mix speeds, he'll go back and forth inside and outside. It has a good curveball as well as a good fastball. Bounced in the turf, runner advances to second, and League City, I should say, has an opportunity here to score with a potential base hit. So Garrett Poston, batting left-handed, obviously can get a quick release and get out of the box quickly, depending upon where he hits it. Curveball, that's whacked down the right field line. Base hit, they're going to wave in the runner. And with a one-out single, it's 1-0, League City.
Now coming to the plate, the first baseman, number 16, Josh Blankenship.
So Sharman hanging that a little bit, and that was just pulled down the right field line for a base hit. There's one out. Blankenship, the cleanup hitter, stepping to the plate. League City on top, 1-0 with 2 hits in the ball game already. First pitch taken for a strike to Blankenship, and the count goes to 0-1. Funny talking to some of the Las Vegas fans. Really, the seats here are very warm, and of course you have a turf infield, so it keeps it hot, going right field, base hit. So League City coming out firing, going opposite field and pulling the ball, and in business with Drew Shaver in the 5th spot, playing right field. In the field for Las Vegas, it's Jason Sharman in center field, Parker Schmidt behind the plate, Adarian Williams at third base, Chasen Miklik, he is the designated hitter, Aaron Roberts, first base, Izzy Gutierrez in left field, Zach Chernowski at shortstop. And Zach's dad said to say hello to all the fans, Andrew, and family members back in Las Vegas. Colby Smith, second base, Jordan DeMarcy, right field, and of course on the mound is Josh Sharman. Gets past the shortstop, but runners do not advance. Good follow-up here by Las Vegas. So League City doing a good job of just hitting the ball where it is pitched. They've got the 1-0 lead and threatening here with one out. League City in their red and white, of course blue helmets. Next pitch is popped up, fouled away. Count goes to 1-1. So Sharman, who usually gets a very good start, getting roughed up a little bit early in this ball game with 3 hits. Sharman delivers at the knees, fastball inside. Count goes to 1-2. So again, we want to say thank you to all the fans, both that have watched us here over the 5 days, for all of these teams, and really some nice comments that you have made. We did try to shoot through the screen as requested, but just the picture was not there. They got him picked off at first. Blankenship going all the way. One of the two will be out. So we'll see which one they pull. It looks like it's going to be Blankenship. So a great move and some baseball IQ by Josh Sharman, getting the second out of the ball game. Usually you would think that the pickoff move would go to the lead runner, but that shows you the thinking of both the Vegas team as well as Sharman with a great move. Curveball that's hit to left field. Left fielder Gutierrez racing in, makes the catch for the final out, but 1 run on 3 hits, and after 1 in the books, it is League City on top. You're watching Region 8 Tournament Baseball Championship here from Denver. So for Las Vegas, it's going to be Jason Sharman to lead it off the bottom half of the first inning, followed by catcher Parker Smith and Adarian Williams. 1-0, League City on top. Posting 3 hits early in this ball game against Josh Sharman. On the mound, it's going to be Garrett Poston here for League City. First pitch taken for a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. In the field for Las Vegas, it's Jason Sharman in center field. Parker Schmidt behind the plate at Darian Williams, second base. Oh, check that. That was Las Vegas. But down the third base line, going to be a little bit foul. Let's see if they call that good. No, they do call it a strike. For League City, it is Jonathan McKay in center field. Joe Villarreal at shortstop. Garrett Poston, of course, on the mound. Josh Blankenship at first base. Drew Shaver in right field. Cordell Brooks Dupla playing third base. Behind the plate is Alec Lamar. Leo Lopez, who's been catching the last couple of days, at third base today. And it's Brandon Allen in left field. Count goes to 1-1 strike. Early game today. We're used to coming in about 4 o'clock, so still trying to wake this one up here. Missing outside. Count goes to 2-1 strike. Thing that you can't do against Las Vegas is let batters get on with easy walks. This team hits way too well, and they come in with some huge numbers. That's hit deep to right field. Right fielder going back by the track. Makes the catch, but misses it, misjudges it. Runner will advance to third, and it is a leadoff triple by Jason Sharman. So Jason Sharman hitting it deep to the track, just not able to judge it against the sky. And it's now no outs and a runner at third here for the Aces. Poston set at the belt. Fastball waved at for a strike, and it's now 0-1. So Parker Schmidt, also a very good hitter, really up and down this lineup. It's a little bit scary to try to figure out how do you pitch around this team home runs wise. It is Chasen Miklich who led the team this year with 19. Several other players. Parker Schmidt with 4. Jason Sharman with 2. 7 for Aaron Roberts here on the summer season. And, of course, 2 for Adarian Williams. 9 for Dylan Dreg. Chopped down the left field line foul. Count goes to 1-2. So the Aces come in with a lot of firepower in so many different ways. Pitching-wise, of course, one of the lead pitchers in the whole tournament is on the mound here for the Aces here today, meaning in Jason Sharman. 1-0 League City, but the lead is being threatened here early with nobody out. Fouled away. Count still remains at 1-2. A lot of these players, as we reported, we'll report it again a little bit later on, already heading off to college after this summer season. One ball, 2 strikes. Poston being touched up there. Really should have been caught. That's hit up the middle. This should be the right fielder that makes the catch, fading over. The throw coming, and not in time. So it's a fly-out run here for Las Vegas with 1 out. Tied up at 1-1. Adarian Williams, another tough out, number 3 hitter, we understand also can send it out of this park. And, of course, with the weather being the way that it is, very little breeze here today, and we're sitting at about 82 degrees now at game time. First pitch to Williams for a strike, curveball. Count goes to 0-1. So Williams, of course, as we painted the picture, he is a tough out. For the reason is not only does he have power, but he has speed. Next pitch missing. Count is 1-1. Poston delivers, going to be in the turf, knocked down nicely. Count goes to 2-1. So trying to get ahead on these batters is really a chore because they're so selective and they can go with the pitch pretty much where it's thrown. That's hit down right field. Blankenship does not have a play at first. So the count evens at 2-2. Region A tournament championship here from Denver. Good to have you along. Semis yesterday, some very good competitive baseball. And we see the winners here trying to take home the big prize. Swung on and missed for a big strikeout, much needed. There's now 2 down. Williams with the big swing, but you could see the action as the ball dropped literally off the table from Poston for strike 3. So Chasen Miklich really ready to get going here. He hit the big triple yesterday. Got a big bat. Of course, he is the leader in home runs of this team. First pitch taken for a strike inside. Count goes to 0-1. You look up and down the lineup. We're going to give you some numbers here. Next pitch taken for a strike outside corner. And it goes to 0-2. But Miklich, besides the 19 home runs, batting .426 coming into this. Parker Schmidt at .457. Base hit here from Miklich to center field. So it's a 2-out single. So Las Vegas starting to mount up the hits now with 2 in the inning, answering right back. 1-1 ball game. Good to have you along here from Denver. Championship game. Now, if Las Vegas wins, this tournament is over. They go to Shelby. If they lose, we play again at 3:30 because then that would have been their first loss. And League City came into the game at 3-1. Waved at by Roberts for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Roberts, of course, hit the big bomb yesterday in the wind, sending it over the left field fence and really helped break that one open for Las Vegas yesterday. 0-1 pitch, knocked down. Catcher not able to get the handle, so the runner advances, meaning Miklich. So Poston having to walk the tightrope, as did Sharman early in the first inning. And this has been really a prescription, however you wanted to say it, for the whole tournament. Really, you think about a lot of these good pitchers coming in and big innings to start off a lot of these games, and then they settle in around the second and third inning. And usually go about 4 or 5 innings before they get replaced because the bats do catch up again. So really it becomes a chess match and a guessing match by both hitters and pitchers. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Miklich standing on second. 1 run is in here for Las Vegas. Next pitch, and that's hit deep to center field. Center fielder racing back. This is going to go over his head, off the wall. Miklich trots in. It's going to be an easy run for Chasen, and it's a double and a 2-1 lead here for Las Vegas. So Gutierrez, the left fielder, stepping to the plate. Gutierrez coming in, batting .325 over the summer. Really, there's only a few players dipping down into the 200s, but not very deep into the 200s. That tells you a lot about the hitting of Vegas coming into this tournament. 2 outs, 2 runs are in. First pitch taken for a strike to Izzy. Count goes to 0-1. Of course, Izzy's set to go off to college as well. If you were watching our post-game interview last night, very good young man, really articulate, and looking forward to some college ball here this coming year. 0-1 pitch, missing outside. Count goes to 1-1. We're only in the first inning already, 2-1, and if you're counting the hits between the two teams, there's 6 hits in the ball game combined. 3 hits apiece for both teams. Poston at the belt. Missing. Nice knockdown Keeping it in front of them, very important. You do not let the runner advance. Don't want to give up any cheap ones here. 2 balls and 1 strike. So Poston coming up with a big strikeout, much needed, and then Miklick gets up and hits the double. That's hit down the right field line foul. Count evens at 2-2. You can watch a rewind or a rebroadcast, whatever you want to call it, of this game. We'll be posting it, of course, on our YouTube site, which a lot of you have found already, and thank you for subscribing to us. And you'll find it on the Facebook sites of Colorado American Legion and, of course, Rad Sports as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs in. Missing high, count goes full. So some very selective hitting here by Izzy Gutierrez. The development of these players, very evident. You can see not only why they lead Las Vegas, but you can see why so many are going off to college in the fall. Full count, fouled away. Count still remains at 3-2. So the chess match is on here between Gutierrez and Poston. Of course, jokingly powered by Voodoo Donuts. These teams are awesome in their respective leagues, and they've shown it here in the tournaments so far. Three-two pitch, and he walks him. So it's going to be Chernowski stepping to the plate.
The shortstop, number 8, Zach Chernowski.
Chernowski coming in, batting .322 on the season. I mean, you think about it, he even has a couple of home runs and, of course, some triples. Really, that's one of his specialties, as well as doubles. So you look up and down the lineup here, and how do you pitch around him? First pitch taken for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. So Chernowski also very quick out of the box, can make it tough on any infielder. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Poston delivers, just missing outside. Count goes to 2-0. American Legion Baseball, of course, as we mentioned, actually they change it to 1 ball and 1 strike. You can see the quality of play here if you're trying to decide where you want to send your player. That's hit deep, going to left field over by the 375 mark, and making a acrobatic, actually no, not able to come in with it, and it's a double. You could see the outfielders getting hung up, almost colliding up against the fence, and it's a double and 2 more runs in here for Las Vegas. So Las Vegas now with a 4-1 lead here. We're only in the first inning. So you think you have them out. You think with 2 outs you can get an easy fly ball. And obviously Las Vegas has a different interpretation. Hitting the screamer towards the bottom of the fence. Glad to see that nobody was hurt in the outfield. You could see both outfielders racing, trying to get to it. One diving over the other, literally. 4 hits in the ball game, 4 runs here for Las Vegas in the bottom half of the first inning. So the explosion, if you will, 4th of July has begun.
Go, Colby! Go, Colby Jack. Stay hot, buddy.
Las Vegas with the only home run of all the teams in this tournament, and that was yesterday with Roberts. Poston delivers inside. Count goes to 1-0. So Smith now with an opportunity, still 2 outs, trying to get that elusive out. Colby Smith stepping in at 375. Also very quick, very tough to get out on the ground ball. The good news for them, that's hit, going to be a base hit going opposite field. They're going to wave in the runner. Plenty of speed. Here comes the throw. Is it in time? No, it's not. Aces add another one to the board, and it's now 5-1.
Now batting, number 13, the right fielder, Jordan DeMarcy.
Let's go,
Jordan DeMarcy stepping in, batting .288 on the season, hovering around 300. Left-hander, of course, will be fast out of the box as well. League City, of course, has a very good fielding infield and good arms. We've seen that throughout the tournament. Playing up, looking to try to get that elusive out. Looking bunt. Poston's going to come up fire, get the third out. But the damage is done, literally. After one in the books, 5 hits, 5 runs for Las Vegas. 3 hits, 1 run for League City. So it's going to be Cordell Brooks Dupla to lead it off here for League City. I'm getting a little tongue-tied. High chopper down the third baseline, foul. Count goes to 0-1. So really, you think at the very beginning of this, with League City opening it up with 3 hits and a run, you're thinking, wow, they could run away with this early. Getting to Josh Sharman, which really kind of surprised us. Sharman getting touched up as quickly as he has. But then you see the explosion of Las Vegas with 5 hits and putting it over fielders, meaning left fielders and center fielders, and Poston getting touched up for 5 hits. We're sitting at 5-1. Fouled away, count goes to 1-2. Championship baseball here from Denver. It's Region 8 Tournament Baseball. The winner heads to Shelby. They get a little time to enjoy it a bit for a day or so, and then they head off to North Carolina for the World Series. Of course, 7 other regions will be attending that, along with the winner from here. Next year, of course, we understand that the Region 8 tournament will be held in Fairfield, California. It's been here for 4 years, 2 years in Boulder, and the last 2 years here in Denver. Next pitch hit. Right fielder ranging over center fielder coming over. It's going to be the center fielder in right field making the catch for the first out.
The catcher, number 23, Alec Lamar.
Alec Lamar stepping to the plate. Lamar doing a good job behind the plate here for League City, knocking balls down, trying to keep runners from advancing. Top half of the second inning. Good to have you along here from Denver. 5-1 Las Vegas. Swung on and missed for strike 1. So teasing him with that high fastball outside is Josh Sharman. You can see starting to get into a rhythm here. As we mentioned, that's been kind of what we've seen throughout the tournament with a lot of these pitchers getting roughed up early and then settling in. Hit up the middle, going to be a base hit. So a slow roller up the middle with 1 out, and League City back in business. That's the way they started last inning. There was 1 out, and then got the base hit, and then, of course, 2 more hits, and, of course, a run across here in the top half of the first inning for the guys in red. Very important here for League City to make some noise early. First pitch taken on the inside for a ball, and it's now 1-0. So Leo Lopez, who has also done some very effective catching, playing third base, takes a ball. That's hit deep. Left fielder Gutierrez raising over, and you could see making the sliding catch for the second out. Great range by Izzy Gutierrez to make the catch.
Number 1, Brandon Allen.
So Brandon Allen now stepping to the plate. Two outs, 1 man on. We're in the top half of the second inning. Of course, a lot of the fireworks that happened for Las Vegas happened with 2 outs in the last inning. A lot of young ball players here watching today, little leaguers enjoying this. Of course, had a great night just a couple of nights ago. There's the pickoff move, of course. Really kind of making it famous here is Sharman. You can see the run, and they get the runner. So another great move by Sharman. That's 2 pickoffs, 1 each inning. And after 1.5 in the books, it's 5-1 Las Vegas. Going to be Jason Sharman to lead off the bottom half of the second inning. Part of the dynamic duo of Sharman brothers, one with the bat, of course, one on the mound. Light rail, of course, screaming in the background. Good to have you along. It's Denver. It is Championship Baseball Region 8 Tournament. Winner goes to Shelby. First pitch taken by Sharman is on the inside. Count goes to 1-0. Mike Ray, Nick RCO, Warren Ray, and of course Cameron Gibson, who's helped out, is here also throughout the week. Good to have you along, bringing it to you, Rad Sports. Next pitch a little bit low. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. So Poston, who is known for battling, really will need everything that he can get, and a nice sinker. Getting Sharman swinging. Count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Missing a little bit high and outside. Count goes to 2-1. So a team that clearly bats in the 300s as a team in Las Vegas, several in the 400 range, is one that you have to be careful with, as you can see Poston doing, walking the leadoff batter. Parker Schmidt, another dangerous batter, followed by Darian Williams, and then, of course, Chasen Miklick. I kind of chuckle when talking, as I mentioned earlier, when parents saying it is warm out here in Denver in the 80s, but again, you got a lot of reflection and turf, and they're used to their ball players playing in the hundreds. I said, oh yeah, this is nice and cool. We do expect by the end of this game it'll be in the low 90s, so maybe we'll have kind of a chance to be closer to their comfort level. Next pitch going to be low. Knocked down nicely. Lamar doing a good job. Again, keep in mind, as we painted the picture earlier in the several webcasts ago, the ball really bounces here, and if you're a catcher, you really have to react quickly, especially when it's on a hot turf. One ball, no strikes, runner at first. Sharman with the lead-off walk. Las Vegas with a 4-run lead. Poston delivers fastball. That's going to be a base hit. Runners at first and second, and nobody out. Darian Williams going to step to the plate. We know what he can do. I painted the picture, not only numbers, but we've seen him hitting some good balls here in this tournament. Understandably, his standards is high. He would probably want to see more balls in the double, triple range. Of course, able to hit it out of the park as well. Poston delivers a little bit high. Count goes to 1-0. So the big raffle is going on here. We're about to give away a piece of history. Yeah, you heard it correctly. Inaugural baseball bat here for the Colorado Rockies. There's only about 1,000 made. We happen to have one of them. Coors Field Special. Brand new, and a World Series baseball we're giving away. And then 3 sets of Rockies tickets. And right now the Rockies making it tough on the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks, only 1.5 out of first place. Winning yesterday 3-2. Third baseman comes over, fires, and he gets the out. So a much needed out. Runners advance to second and third. Chasen Miklick, very dangerous hitter. With 18 home runs, he is thinking, I am due. This is the perfect day to do it. No breeze coming in from left field. Even if there was, he's got plenty of power to send it anyways. 1 out. Runners at second and third. Base hit will score 1, if not 2. First pitch taken for a ball, and it's now 1-0. Understandably, Poston going to be careful here. In some ways, it wouldn't be a bad idea to walk him and look for a double play to get out of here at any base. One 1-0 pitch, going to be high. Count goes to 2-0. So we will be announcing here, not only on the stadium, you don't have to be here to win. We have allowed people to call in, literally, to Scott Gibson. His number is posted on the Colorado American Legion Baseball Facebook to try to pick up a couple of last-minute tickets. Whack down the third base line, that's fair. It's going to go a double at least. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Racing to second is Chasen Miklich. 7 hits in the ball game here for the Aces. Now it's a 7-1 ball game. Aaron Roberts, we saw dangerous yesterday, stepping to the plate, and you can see Ronnie Oliver at the steps trying to decide what he wants to do with Poston. We're not sure on the ruling on a championship game. We know that in the semis, you can get 10-run ruled by the 5th inning. That's hit. It's going to be a lazy fly ball to left field, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Runners at first and third, still 1 out. Racing to second, not watching Roberts, and of course Roberts with a heads-up play. They were being a little bit just not conscious of what is going on. They were so worried about the runner at third that Roberts just snuck into second. So runners at second and third, still 1 out, and a very tough out in Izzy Gutierrez, who made that sliding catch stepping to the plate. You know, it's really tough as an announcer. I get out and I get a chance to talk to these players, enjoy some donies and whatever else we talk about, and really hard to root for any team. It really is. I mean, some days you're excited when one team gets ahead and then the other team that you also like gets ahead. Makes it very tough. Both of these teams, of course, a lot of fun to talk to. 1-0 pitch on the way. Going to be dropping in for a strike curveball to Gutierrez. Count evens at 1-1. Very important out here for League City. They are down by 6. Of course, 8 hits in the ball game. Total, if you want a numbers person, 12 hits between the two teams. Hitting at the knees with the fastball. Count goes to 1-2. So Lynn Peterson showing off that Coors Field inaugural bat here. It's only a measly $1, and of course, besides that, you get 3 sets of tickets to the Rockies in upcoming big games. These are not cheesy tickets, and they're first base or third base level and very low, about 8 to 10 rows up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gutierrez, as we saw in the last at bat, being very selective, extending the pitch count of Poston. That's hit up the middle, base hit. So Miklich will score. Racing in from second, another run, meaning in Roberts. And now it's a 9-1 ball game, and Poston in trouble. So Oliver, I'm watching Coach Oliver here from a distance. And you can see pitch count-wise, Poston in the first inning had 35 pitches. So he can go the full 105. It's just the effectiveness of going 105 here against Las Vegas is what's really in question. Zach Chernowski, the shortstop, looking to keep this one rolling. taking a strike on the outside corner, and it's now 0-1. So nothing wrong with the way, if you think about it, what Poston is doing, usually getting first strikes on the first pitch. It's trying to just keep it in the ballpark, literally, or in the infield. Count goes to 0-2. There's one out. Of course, infield clearly playing up. We've seen a lot of teams playing in the short outfields, meaning the shortstop and the second baseman for a lot of teams here as of late. Fouled away. Count still remains at 0-2. Gutierrez at first, getting a pretty good lead. Threat to steal. That's hit. It's going to be a tough play at short in the hole. No play, and it is a base hit. So we see some relief pitchers warming up, and we see Oliver coming out. That may be it. Colby Smith, who pitched the other day, had a great ball game here for Las Vegas. And that may be it for Poston, of course, really battling. Yep, handing the ball off to Coach Oliver. And we will see some relief coming in. It is the bottom half of the second inning. It is a 9-1 ball game so far in this inning for Las Vegas. In case you're just tuning in, putting up a 4 spot. Still only one out, and in the first inning, putting up a 5 spot, and that's where we're sitting at 9-1. So we'll get the name here momentarily of the relief pitcher coming in. Colby Smith, of course, a very effective outing. We're going to take a short break due to copyright music laws. You're watching Championship Baseball here from Denver. We're in the bottom half of the second inning. Tyler Fountain coming in relief of Garrett Poston. Really, Garrett Poston went as long as he could. 10 hits already knocked up here by Las Vegas. Of course, Fountain did a terrific job yesterday of coming in and in relief and, of course, putting the lid when it was much needed for League City. Of course, League City went on to win that after putting up the 4 spot in the 6th inning after being down by 2 runs pretty much most of the game. So Tyler Fountain, who works quickly, you can see more of a sidearm motion to try to foul up the batters here of Las Vegas. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, runners at first and second, 4 runs in. Fountain, that's hit to left field. Left fielder going back about 3 steps, shades over a bit, makes the catch for the much-needed second out. Runners advance, good heads-up running on the tag-up. So runners advance not only from first to second, but second to third. IQ baseball right here being displayed here by Las Vegas. Of course, a lot of it right on the mound for Josh Sharman, picking off 2 League City runners in this ball game to slow down any more runs from crossing the plate for the team from Texas. First pitch taken for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Jordan DeMarcy, the 9th hitter, followed by potentially Jason Sharman. Runners at second and third. There's 2 outs. That's hit to left field. Left fielder again, going to shade over about 3 steps. Makes the catch for the much-needed out. So in the inning, as we painted it, 4 runs, total of 10 hits, and the score after 2, 9-1, Las Vegas. It's going to be Brandon Allen to lead off the top half of the 3rd inning. We potentially are going 7. First pitch delivered by Sharman. It's going to be a ball, and it's now 1-0. But Sharman now with a huge pad and really doesn't have to be as careful as he was. That's hit to center field. Center fielder racing in about 4 steps will make the catch for the first out. Jonathan McKay, the leadoff batter, for the first time batting round. This is the third inning. Of course, Las Vegas has batted around a couple of times already. McKay stepping to the plate, a very tough out. Good to have you along from Denver Championship Baseball, Region 8 Tournament. Mike Ray, Warren Ray, Nick Arcio, and we'll add Cameron Gibson, who's been here with us all week, aiding us here this afternoon. It's now 87 degrees, popped up in short left field. Shortstop makes the catch, Chernowski, and there's 2 down. So some quick work here being displayed by Josh Sherman. Not surprised that he would get into the rhythm.
Number 8, Joe.
Had a chance to talk to him a couple of games ago in postgame. Very intelligent and really enjoys the ball game. Said he loves the sunsets here in Denver and the skyline. Sharman misses inside. Count goes to 1-0. We're going to be talking. The shot hit to left field. Gutierrez ranging over, makes the catch. And that's the final out. So very easy inning, 1, 2, 3 for Las Vegas. We expected this with Josh Sharman. And after 2.5 in the books, it's a 9-1 ball game, Las Vegas on top. Bottom half of the third inning, good to have you along. It's championship baseball here from Denver. A very tough out in Josh Sharman stepping to the plate. Followed by Parker Schmidt, and then it's Adarian Williams. So really a buzzsaw in Las Vegas, putting up 10 hits, 9 runs. Tyler Fountain, who did come in just yesterday for under 30 pitches, is our understanding, came in to get some final outs, very effective. Got the final outs and much needed. Ripped down the right field line, that's going to be fair, so Sharman's going to race to second. In the coffin corner, he's got speed, he may go for 3, he does. Afterburners are on, so it's a leadoff triple with no throw from Jason Sharman. So the dynamic duo Sharman brothers, as we mentioned in the last inning, Jason with the bat and Josh with the arm. Going to be Parker Schmidt, another tough out here for Las Vegas. And we have Don Hayes, who is running the tournament here. And we're going to ask him, he's sitting here next to me, we're going to talk to him about his interpretation not only of Denver, but just overall. He really has the pulse beat, if you will, of all the tournaments that are going on. And Don, obviously, this has been weather-wise really a great tournament here in Denver this year.
Yes, it has been. It's kind of unusual that the teams that are playing in this tournament usually play in high temperature, 9,500 degrees. So some of the teams come here and said, this is cool. This is kind of a cool weather here. They like it.
It's funny you should say that, because I was talking to Mr. Williams over here. His son hit the home run last night. And I said it was about 80 degrees before the game started. Now we're at 87, by the way. And he said, oh, no, this is really comfortable. He said, I wish we had this in Vegas all the time. So, yeah, a lot of people coming from Arizona and from Texas and, of course, Las Vegas. They're loving this weather.
Oh, yeah. I've been down there during baseball time, and it's hard to even – I heard some rumors that down in Arizona where some of the umpires, their shoes get so hot that they have to change shoes during the games because they'll start melting. And then it'll start sticking to the turf.
I was going to ask you, do you have any eggs? We could have breakfast here off this surface here.
No kidding. You think that's true?
Yeah. We've got some really serious heat. We've got metal stands that we're sitting on top of and calling the game here today. Now, 87 is really comfortable weather, but when you have direct heat and, of course, you've got turf, that really adds some heat to those players, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. Yeah, it is. But really, a lot of the teams – you know, when you look at Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, and California, they're used to playing in the heat. So it bothers the fans more than it does the players, I think, and the umpires, depending on where the umpires come from, if they're not used to that really hot weather.
So Schmidt hitting a double, and 1 run is in now. It's now 10-1. And Adrian Williams, another tough out, stepping to the plate. First pitch taken for actually – fourth pitch taken. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike. One of the things, Don, that we've noticed as far as when you get into this level of play, how good and how selective these hitters are. They extend those counts, and they can hit the pitch anywhere. They can go a couple of strikes and still hit a curveball, and a good curveball over the fence.
Yeah. What's hard to imagine is that some of these kids we're watching today, they started baseball when they're in T-ball, and so really when you look at it, they've been playing for, maybe 15 years, 14, 15 years. And so they've seen a variety of pitchers, and they have had different coaches through the years. Some are good hitting coaches, some are good pitching coaches or whatever. So they develop their skills over a long period of time. So when they get to this level, they've played a lot of baseball games. And
I got to add to what you just said. I agree. In fact, they play in other tournaments too before getting into league play here with us. I've heard some stories and, some really massive tournaments, and they come in here and they're used to big settings like they're seeing here in Denver and in other regions.
Yeah. Yeah, the advantage of Legion baseball is that you see a lot of different types of pitching and hitting. And so when you go to tournaments and stuff, and if players play in their hometown, they may not see like a good curveball thrower, pitcher, or a knuckleballer or whatever. And it's a good experience for the kids.
I'm glad you bring that up, because last year the winning pitcher for Nevada that came in, and they saved him until the very last game. They did not show him the whole tournament. Of course, he came in, was throwing 92 average. I actually had the gun there, and I was clocking him. We heard after pitching 1 year in Oregon, he's now this summer throwing 100.
Yeah.
So he's developed. So, I've talked a lot about this, and I know you can confirm my message here, how important American Legion has been, not only developing players on the lower level, but also sending a lot of players to college. Major League Baseball, a high percentage of players that played in American Legion now or have played in the MLB.
Right. Well, what I try to talk to as many scouts as I can, because I do tournaments all over the country, and some of them tell me that they say they like the Legion program because of our discipline.
Mm-hmm.
But what they're looking for is if they see a good hitter, they're going to make him a better hitter because they have hitting coaches. If they find a good pitcher, they're going to make him into a better pitcher. And so the thing that they have the hardest time is with discipline, is the kids that come to play baseball. They want somebody that's going to play baseball. That's what they want.
Yeah.
And they don't want to deal with discipline problems and stuff. They've got a lot of coaches on their staff, almost everything you can imagine.
One of the things that I really enjoy when we do these tournaments is the code of conduct that is read, and the players have to recite it. Yeah. And those are the things, and I'm not making a statement about the youth of today, but really that message needs to be reinforced to everyone. It doesn't matter what age you are, but I really like that code of conduct that we repeated here in the tournament every game.
Yeah, I've gone to some non-Legion games, and I've seen all kinds of things. I've seen players throwing their bats in their helmets and cussing at umpires.
Yeah.
And just they sometimes they're just out of control, but nobody disciplines them, and there's no penalty sometimes for what they do. And so what really is, a lot of these kids are in these tournaments, and we like to get as many kids college scholarships as we can.
Yes.
We know that a smaller percentage is going to make it to the pros, but if you can save parents a lot of money on a scholarship, you can. That's definitely worthwhile.
Oh, you bet. And I'll tell you what, the affordability, that's what blows me away. My dad, by the way, I never told you this, my dad played American Legion baseball in Tucson, Arizona in the 30s.
Whoa.
And he spoke very highly, loved Legion baseball. And he actually, from Legion, went right into the Tigers organization way back in, it would have been late 30s into the 40s.
Yeah.
So, we see that same message of discipline. We see that, and I know just like you, not only do some of the kids throw bats, but I've seen parents getting into brawls outside of American Legion tournaments, almost as rowdy as the kids playing in the games.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Gutierrez, good. Gutierrez with a base hit will kind of update you here. Of course, Las Vegas now putting another run on the, actually 2 runs on the board. It's now 11-1 on 13 hits. We are speaking with tournament director Don Hayes, and Don, of course, has seen this for a number of years. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Don. And wow, I mean, you've seen kind of the evolution, if you will. We'll kind of go into the turf. For example, this is an all turf field versus natural grass and, of course, dirt. What are your interpretations? Does it matter which kind of turf is played or conditions?
Well, a lot of it, my understanding of it after I've talked to different people about it is it's more of to reduce sports injuries for the kids, for ball players, and you find less sports injuries on AstroTurf than you do on natural grass and stuff. And plus, maintenance costs. You know, just to mow a baseball field takes a long period of time, and you have to line the field. There's a lot of maintenance on it. So, and then also with rain delays, we all live in climates where we're going to get a rainstorm, and on an AstroTurf field, you can get a rainstorm and you can play on it in a half hour.
Yes, yes.
But on a normal field, if you got a pretty good rainstorm, you may not play until the next day.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
And especially with tournaments, that's a major problem, because you know you can't delay this tournament because you got the World Series. They're not going to move the World Series just because we've got a rain delay.
Yep. Yeah.
We got to figure out some way to get the game in.
Well, you've I'm sure over the years you've juggled a number of tournaments trying to get all those games in when the weather is crazy in different states, and they've had to delay some just recently, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In the Northeast and the Southeast. I did a tournament several years ago in Little Rock, Arkansas, and we had rain and lightning, and I had to get the kids off the field several times and delay the games, and we had to move one game to another field. And
wow.
So it's a challenge sometimes when you're in really bad weather conditions.
We're talking with tournament director Don Hayes, of course, who's been doing this. Don, how many years have you been doing this as far as organizing
34 years.
Wow. Okay, so you've seen just about everything. I can imagine what you've seen. So
I run the state of Washington. I'm the chairman for the state of Washington. So I have all of those teams that I manage as well. And then I do a bunch of stuff on the national level.
Well, that's fantastic. Great work. Thank you so much for hanging out here in a warm booth. But
thanks for
if you want to come back and talk some more, of course, open mic for you anytime.
Sure.
And we're just finishing up 3 here. It's an 11-1 ball game. Las Vegas on top. Going to be Garrett Poston to lead it off here for League City. We're in the 4th inning. Top half of the 4th inning. 13 hits, 11 runs for Las Vegas, and it is 4 hits and 1 run for League City. Sharman hitting the first batter. So nobody on and 1 out, catching one on the thigh. Fortunately, with 87 degrees, it's a little easier to take one for the team, but it never feels good, of course. Blankenship, the cleanup hitter, stepping to the plate. Down by 10 runs. I'm not sure I will get a ruling here momentarily. Next pitch is fouled away by Blankenship. Count goes to 0-1. Championship baseball here from Denver. Good to have you along. Region 8 tournament baseball. The guys in red at bat, that's League City, Texas. Very spirited and fun team to be around. And a very accomplished team out of Las Vegas in the Aces. Also a lot of fun to talk to as well. On the mound is Josh Sharman, doing a good job of keeping the lid on the hitters here for League City. Of course, in the first inning, League City came out with 3 hits in a run, and we thought we were going to be off to the races. But Sharman now settling down in the last 2 innings, putting the lid. And, of course, let's add some good heads-up plays by the defense. And, of course, Sharman with a couple of pickoff moves in each inning. Slow roller foul. Coach Oliver over there to make the play. Attaboy. Still got it, Coach. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Blankenship really needing his bat here to try to ignite the guys from Texas. We had a little contest, I'll tell you this in momentarily, but you can guess what it's about. 0-2 pitch. That is whacked to the third baseman. Going to go the short way. They're going to try to turn the double, and they do. So a beautiful play. How do you stop it, right? Started off, of course, by the third baseman, which is Darian Williams, went to second, and they turned it beautifully to get the double play. There's 2 outs. Pitch count low for Sherman. We don't have the totals yet. We'll get that for you. But he is breezing. Granted, League City has been hitting the ball hard. Sometimes hitting it at players, as we saw there, setting up the double. But baseball IQ up here to a higher level here by Las Vegas, not saying that League City doesn't have it, but Las Vegas really thinking it through here. And they've got 2 outs with 1 ball and 1 strike. It's going to be to the third baseman again. Comes up firing and gets him for the 3rd out. 1-2-3 inning here for Vegas. They lead 11-1 after 3.5. Colby Smith stepping to the plate. Hits a rocket, going to go over the head of the left fielder. And it is a double, bouncing over the left field fence. And already Las Vegas in action here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Good to have you along. Championship baseball here from Denver.
Number 13, Jordan DeMarcy.
Jordan DeMarcy going to step to the plate. I wonder if they will, if it goes, if League City is not able to get within 10, if they will cut this one short. We'll see. Gets past the catcher. The runner will advance. So now runners at third. So it's 1 ball and no strike. DeMarcy now with an opportunity with a fly ball to make it 12 runs, but it's now sitting at 11-1. Mike Ray, Warren Ray, Cameron Gibson, Nick Arcio bringing it to you. Denver, Colorado, we're sitting at about 87, 88 degrees. They're calling it cool weather here from the folks from Vegas. Gets him at first on the ground out. Runner stays at third. So what a great day here for Jason Sharman, who's coming to the plate. Sharman, this will be his 3rd time at bat, has been pesky. Also, if you will, been nagging here for League City here this afternoon. Runner at third, there's 1 out. Sharman, of course, good batter, good contact. You've already seen it throughout the tournament. Takes a strike at the knees on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. For all you fans, of course, you can watch a rebroadcast or a rewind of this. It'll be on our YouTube channel. It'll be on our Facebook site. It'll be on Colorado American Legion Baseball site, and we'll also post it on our website. Again, we want to thank all the folks, the grandparents and family members and friends across the nation watching here during the 5 days that we've been here in Denver. Next pitch fouled away. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tyler Fountain battling here, trying to keep the lid on, trying to keep it respectable, but you have 14 hits in the ball game. That's hit whack down the left field line foul to 4 hits of League City. Generally, you would think 4 hits in a ball game and we're only about 3.5 innings in, and you're thinking you're doing okay, meaning for League City, but then, of course, 14 being put up by Vegas. Popped up short right field. Racing in is the right fielder. It's going to be the second baseman. Comes into, if you want to call it, the dirt area, which is actually turf. And there's 2 outs. Parker Schmidt, catcher, tough hitter. Sound like a broken record, don't I? Stepping to the plate. A lot of fun seeing this team. Next pitch, it's hit to the left fielder, ranging over. It's Haslam, and he makes the catch. And it's 3 outs. So a good inning for Tyler Fountain, even though there was the leadoff hit there. But, of course, no runs advance over the plate. So after 4 in the books, it is a 11-1 ball game. Las Vegas on top. Cordell Brooks Dupla to lead off the top half of the 5th inning. Good to have you along from Denver. Championship baseball. We just found out that the ruling is that if you have a 10-run lead after 5 innings, this game could be over. So technically, if League City does not get within 10, this game could be over after this at-bats. We're in the top half of the 5th inning. Time now here in Denver is now 1:22. Missing outside. Count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Josh Sharman with 41 pitches in this ball game in the 5th inning. Missing outside, count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. So despite having the big 10-run lead at this point, that's hit to center field. Center fielder racing back. About 10 steps, makes the catch for the first out. But you can see Sharman, that shows you his discipline. I mean, you think about it, he could get out of focus by thinking, okay, I've got this huge lead, and really just pitch batting practice. But you can see still being careful in the 5th inning with a huge lead. That tells you a lot about the IQ again of Josh Sharman. 43 pitches in the ball game here for Josh. There's 1 out. First pitch delivered for a strike to Alec Lamar, and then it's Leo Lopez. There's 1 down in the 5th inning. Set at the belt, fastball, that's hit, fouled away. Count goes to 0-2. Good to have you along here from Denver. Championship baseball winner goes to Shelby. And that is the big boy setting, as they say. That starts next week. That will be covered on ESPN. So we bow to ESPN. That is a beautiful ballpark. We hear it draws up to about 100,000 in that tournament. Next pitch, waved at, count goes to 1-2. So I'll tell you a little bit about the challenge that I had with one of the players. I'll keep him silent here. Hit down the left field line, foul. Count still remains at 1-2. So, as you know, we've been talking about this all week long about Voodoo Donuts, of course, and there was literally two buckets of donuts brought to us on opening day. So we were giving them out to players, and of course, League City did not get donuts. For some reason, they missed out. So one of the players, I challenged him on one of the donuts that they have, and it is a very tart donut. I mean, it's sweet, it's tart. It's called Mango Tango. Missing in the turf, count goes to 2-2. So I challenged him last night. I said, I'll tell you what. I said, I'll get you some donuts. I want to see you eat a Mango Tango, and trust me, this thing is really tart. It's like on roids, basically. And I said, I want to see you eat it without drinking anything. Next pitch going to be a little bit high. Count goes to 3-2. So we're in the hotel. We bring the donuts in. I won't say the player's name. I think I heard him throwing up this morning. Just kidding, of course, there. Takes one bite, and he went down swinging. He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. Next pitch, and he walks him. So League City with a 1-out walk here in the 5th inning. So who knows? I know they were taking videos of this, so you might find it on one of the League City's Facebooks here one of these days. So Jacob Long going to step in on a pinch hitting role here for League City. Runner on first in Alec Lamar. Long takes a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. We're in the top half of the 5th inning, potentially. This could be a 10-run rule. There's the pitch. Trying to turn the double. They do. And there's your 2018 champions, Las Vegas, Nevada. Final stats on the ball game for Las Vegas: 14 hits, 11 runs. And for the runners-up, of course, a great tournament by League City, Texas. 4 hits and 1 run, and no errors in the ball game posted by the team. So IQ's up. You just saw, really, it was a hit fest. And really, we thought it was going to be a hit fest on both sides, starting it off in the first inning. As you see the players shaking hand, it was League City that opened up with 3 hits in the first inning and 1 run. And then the 5 spot put up on 5 hits by Las Vegas. And then really the beat started. And I mean, it was a huge beat here for Las Vegas. Next inning put up another 6 hits, 4 runs. The following inning, meaning the third inning, put up 2 more runs. Really, in the 4th inning, that was the first time that they had been blanked by Tyler Fountain. And, of course, League City putting up their 1 run in the first inning. So an impressive tournament, a lot of good play. Most importantly, you can see a lot of good sportsmanship, which is what American Legion, as you heard with Don Hayes, as we talked about earlier, is really one of the staples that they really try to bring that discipline and respect back here in America. Welcome back to Denver, and we had to obviously allow the team to have some fun down there. This is the post-game show part 2, and we have Chasen, and help me here, I'm going to need your help, okay? Chasen Miklich. I got it. Do I get an A, Chasen? Do I get an A on that one? Okay, go ahead and speak up a little bit louder. All right. So, Chasen, tell me, coming to Denver, what's it been like so far in the tournament? Have you enjoyed being here, first of all?
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun playing here. We played really good this week, played some really good teams, had a lot of fun out there. Can't really complain about much. It was a lot of fun. So.
Well, and you know, I do my math and I do my homework, and I know you're the top home run hitter on the team, and you really started to bust it out here towards the end. Were you anxious trying to get one out, or what was your thinking as you got later on in the tournament?
Yeah, the first 2 games I was really, really jumpy, not really like staying with what I was doing before, just waiting for a pitch that I want. You know, I would take a fastball down the middle. I didn't really care. That was when I was kind of hot, so I kind of went back to that approach. And
man, you pulled it down low. I mean, you hit it fast. When it goes quickly. So what did you, well, as a highlight, besides today's game, and I'm going to ask you guys some different questions. I won't bore you to death, you know, with some of these questions, but what would be a highlight of coming to Denver? Maybe it's in this game. Maybe it's in some previous games for you personally.
Highlight for me personally is probably hitting the double down the line to start the game against, I don't remember. But I remember just hitting a double down the line to start us off.
I remember that
was really
too.
Big for me, and just against Arizona, and that was probably my favorite moment.
You know, question as far as the competition. Sometimes they say American Legion competition isn't up to par with other, say, club sports. What you saw here in the tournament, how'd you feel about the competition today?
The skill was pretty good. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like we have a really good team. And,
yeah, I do too.
I don't know. We just have a really good team, so.
Well, and you know, I got to say this too, Chase, to add to what you're saying, is that you guys can not only field the ball and hit the ball, but your pitching, of course. Sharman was outstanding again, which I kind of expected after seeing him opening day. And I see, it looks like you guys have a lot of camaraderie. You guys have fun together. Yeah. Have you guys played together a lot over the years?
Yeah, we've been playing together for a really long time. And we're all just kind of just doing what we have to do. We've been kind of having this quote called man our post, so just kind of doing our own thing and just doing what we possibly can, just everything.
Now, is this cool weather for you here?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here dying calling this game again. I'm throwing water, and some of the folks are just laughing at me. You know, it's like I'm such a wuss. So, well, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. This is power hitter Chasen Miklich. Of course, you're going on to college in the years.
College learning about it, yeah.
Wow, congratulations. Well, good job. We're going to let you hand off to your next teammate there. All right. Love the sunglasses. Yeah, please. Yeah, have a seat. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Dustin Mansell, pitcher.
Oh, good job. Okay, Dustin, I know you really have a great pitching staff, I think. And you know, one thing that I've noticed in this tournament is the old adage, good pitching does beat good hitting. And I noticed that with you guys. I mean, yeah, you had some good plays in the field. Of course, you really ignited in the last 2 and 3 games as far as hitting. But really, your pitching is what really kind of ignited the rest of the team.
Yeah, our pitching definitely stepped it up when we needed to. It's definitely special when our offense can have an off day while our defense can pick us up. We can still find a way to get a W. So it's awesome. It's definitely fun.
Well, I like the way, opening games, it was a close game. I mean, really, you think about the last 3 games, and you guys are just blowing them out now. You guys are clearly in a good place to head off to Shelby, which you got to feel good about. Really more of that complete game feeling. As a pitcher, what are you thinking now after playing here in Colorado, what you're going to be facing at Shelby?
I'm just going to have to be smarter with the ball. Competition's going to get nothing but better. Everyone out there is a state champion and a region champion. So I'm just going to have to hit my spots better and let my defense work behind me, not try to do everything myself. So,
again, we saw Henderson last year, and we covered them as well. And I thought that was a really good team. But I got to say, firepower hitting-wise, you guys are really good. I mean, you can put it up fast. And is this normal for you guys? I mean, I kept calling out batting average after batting average, over 300, into the 400s. I think one of the lowest batting averages was like 288 in the starting lineup. And I will tell you guys, painting the picture as far as you guys, there's no slouch hitter in your lineup. You got to feel really comfortable going into Shelby next week.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We're seeing the ball really well right now, and definitely thankful for that. We just, when we come out to games pumped up and ready to play and know that we can't lose this game, that's when we know our mind's in the right spot and we put up a ton, our defense solid, and we play together as a team.
What I thought was funny last night when you guys were really getting pumped up and the umpire went over there, I don't know what he said to you guys. Was he trying to tell you to tone it down or something, or what was going on? I thought it was funny. I'm sitting here laughing behind the mic, and I'm thinking, okay, these guys are getting into it. Was there some kind of warning or what was going on there?
He actually did end up giving us an official warning.
So, really? Okay.
Sometimes our chirping gets a little out of hand in the dugout.
Yeah.
We try to keep it to a minimum and get out of hand sometimes, get put back in place for a minute. But, so he did come over and tell us to chill out real quick, so we had to keep down for a minute.
Well, it was a pleasure watching all of you, and thanks for stopping by. I know you're going to have a great tournament, and we look forward maybe to see some of you in the MLB here in the future.
Yep, definitely.
Congratulations. We're going to hand it off here to the next player, all right? All right. I'm going to let you, because I can't see numbers, and I'm old, so you can help me out. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Jimmy Gamboa.
Jimmy, oh, wow. Great pitching, of course. Really enjoyed watching you as well.
Thank you.
Jimmy, thoughts about so far Denver, what you faced here today?
Honestly, competition was good. Denver, great atmosphere, beautiful weather. I loved it. Pitching here, I loved it. I was commanding my pitches. I just felt great.
No, you looked awesome. In fact, if you went back and watched anything we talked about, I was very impressed. I mean, your pitching staff, I'm sounding like a broken record here, but up and down the lineup is really, really strong. And I think it's going to be an interesting tournament for you guys in Shelby. And I would not be, I'm not making predictions, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see Nevada up there with the big trophy again. So, highlight for you personally.
Probably just 2 days ago when I pitched against Texas. It was one of the greatest games I pitched. I was just in a good rhythm. I felt like confident. Just could throw whatever I wanted.
Where are you going next year? Are you going to be around in Las Vegas again, or where are you going next year?
I'm going to College of Southern Nevada.
Awesome. Okay. Were you one of the guys that went out and raided Voodoo? I heard some guys. We heard a lot of players heading over to Voodoo. Were you guys out there? We heard. Was it you guys that went out and got boxed? It wasn't you guys. Okay. I thought maybe it was you guys. Okay. So you didn't get any. I'm sorry. All right. Well, congratulations, and we hope to hear some great things about you personally in the years to come. Go enjoy it tonight, all right?
All right, well, thank you.
All right. Thanks for stopping by. We're trying to get you out of here a little sooner so you can go have some fun. You don't want to sit around here talking all day. I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Jason Sharman.
Jason, wow. Okay, you're scary. I'll just say that. Leadoff hitter.
Thank you.
Speed. Of course, you're a great outfielder. Give me a highlight for you personally.
Highlight was definitely starting the game off with the triple.
Yeah.
Didn't really think it was going to get there or get over his head or whatever happened out there. I was just sprinting around the bases, but it was good to start it off and get the vibe going.
Do you play other sports besides baseball?
I used to play tennis and football, but not so much anymore.
Were you a running back?
I played one game. I'm mainly wide receiver, though.
Okay, I saw the speed. I thought they're going to have trouble getting this guy out as lead out because you just, again, that triple really display. You made me look good. I said, okay, he's going to be tough coming out of the box. Boom, there's the triple. So that's great. Thank you for making me look good. So, again, thoughts about Denver versus now moving on, much bigger setting, more competition. What are your thoughts going to Shelby?
We're just going to have to keep this confidence going and just stay with our approach that we've been working on. We've been really, key with our approach in BP and taking that mindset into the game and just keeping it simple, getting people on base and scoring them.
I'm a little bit ignorant. Is Josh your brother?
Yes, he's
okay, wow. I was calling you guys the dynamic duo. I said one with the bat, one with the arm. So is Josh a good hitter too?
He's mainly a pitcher.
Now, do you guys go against each other? Had you done that growing up and stuff where he'd throw at you and stuff?
With the team.
Who won, you or him?
It's back and forth. Sometimes he'll strike me out. The next one I'll hit a double.
Were you faster to the dinner table than him because of your speed?
No, he likes his food.
He likes his food, so he's pretty competitive, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, terrific tournament. A pleasure talking to all you guys. Thanks for coming by. Go enjoy. Go have some fun here in Denver.
Thank you.
When do you guys shove off? I'm curious.
I don't know. Do you guys know when we go off? Tuesday.
Good. So you get a chance to hang out a bit and enjoy Denver a little bit and the cool weather. I say that, the cool weather here in Denver. We're not used to this. I mean, this is hot for us. So, Well, congratulations. A pleasure meeting you, sir. All right. Let's go to the next one, the next victim. I'll let you introduce yourself.
I'm Darian Williams.
Darian, pleasure to see you. Yeah. Can you play? Really impressed with you also. Number 3 hitter. Thoughts about the competition here today?
It was good. I mean, this Texas team battled hard all tournament. They were good. They were a good team. A couple other good teams that we played. Good competition overall.
You know what I was impressed was the IQ that you guys show out in the field. And do you do a lot of situational baseball kinds of practice when you're with your coach, or you just come in from your other teams and you all have that already?
Kind of a little bit of both. We practice a little bit on stuff like that, but it's kind of just everybody's has that natural baseball IQ, I guess. Yeah,
I mean, guys were thinking, obviously Josh picking off 2 runners there in the first and second inning. I thought, wow, that was awesome. And then, of course, you guys able to pull off double plays throughout the tournament and so forth. I mean, how much effort as far as practicing? This is a team that comes together from other teams. Is that correct?
A few of us, yes.
Okay, and where did you play high school?
Rancho High School.
Okay, so a shout out to Rancho, right, and all your friends there. And so a lot of friends watching you here in the tournament?
I think so.
Okay, well,
I wasn't really in contact with people.
Oh, yeah, you were focused.
Yeah,
you were focused.
Kind of focused on the prize.
Yeah, and you're number 3 hitter, right?
Yes.
Okay. How does it feel to be one of the top hitters on that team? I'm just reading your numbers out. I mean, do you feel confident? Do you feel humble coming into these settings? What are your thoughts?
A little bit of both. I mean, I didn't have that great of a tournament, but I know the guys behind me and before me picked me up, and I mean, I'm in that spot for a reason, so I still have that confidence, and I just got to keep doing what I'm doing.
Oh, I can see it in the way that you play. It just happens a short stretch. You'll probably just bomb it and hit them big, in the next term. You're just getting warmed up, my friend. So where are you going to be going to school this next fall?
UNLV.
Wow. Okay, great. Okay. Well, congratulations. Go have some fun here a couple days and get out there and see the sights. Thank you. Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice
All right. And we've got Izzy. I remember talking to Izzy last night. I'm glad to have you back, Izzy.
Thank you.
Hey, you made a couple of really nice catches. I like that sliding catch in left field. I thought, man, this guy has got it dialed in. Was that is that something fun for you to make those big, hold it up closer to you. Is it fun for you to make those big catches like that?
Yes, especially when it helps the team. I got to help my boy out there when he's pitching.
Oh, man, and he was awesome again today. So, I have said this many times. Pitchers love it when they have defenses like you and a good catcher that you have too, knocking balls down. They know they can miss, and this is turf. What's the difference in playing on turf versus natural for you?
Nothing really. I mean, the hops are, and the skips, that's the worst. But other than that, no difference.
Now, the corners here, it's kind of a unique field.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really have a straight shot, so when it goes down the corner, you have to come out with your throw. Were you thinking about that in case balls were hit in those corners?
Yeah, I had 2 yesterday. I just tried getting them in as fast as possible.
Okay, and I know you're going off to college, and you're excited about that. Thoughts about next week at Shelby? What are you thinking?
We're going to come out pretty strong. Good competition out there.
I think so. I think you guys are going to continue to rise. And, again, I was very impressed with Henderson last year, but you guys are right there, and we expect to hear, we're hoping maybe to see a big trophy again coming up with you guys, and it's been fun. And so what do you want to see here in Denver? Anything you heard you thought, man, I want to go see this?
Maybe a Rockies game.
Okay, well, they just played the Dodgers today, and they're actually doing very well. They've taken 2 out of 3 so far, so we'll see how they do. But we're hoping maybe you can get out there and go catch a ball game.
Perfect.
All right. Hey, congratulations. Great game. It's a pleasure watching you. And probably we will hear some things about you in the future. I'm expecting it.
Thank you.
Izzy, of course, coming by. Thank you so much. Are we all done? Are we, guys, anybody else want to say anything? Okay. Guys, congratulations and good luck on your tournament. I'm going to step here and close it off, okay? Take care, you guys. Well, that was really a lot of fun here from Denver. Of course, we met some very nice people from all the states. And, of course, really what impressed me besides the level of play was the sportsmanship and just some nice baseball guys that were playing and going out and having some fun. You could see the commitment with all of these players, and you can see they are a team. And I can say that about every team of the 8 teams that came in here. Again, congratulations to the 2 Colorado teams that went out just a day ago, making a good showing here in Denver. So that's going to do it here from the Region 8 tournament. Of course, it was Las Vegas walking away with it with an 11-1 victory. And again, a very good team that we enjoyed hanging out with also with League City, Texas, and that's Post 554. So my staff, of course, Warren Ray, of course, doing a terrific job. You don't see what he does, but this guy is running everywhere, setting everything up. That makes us look good. Of course, Cameron Gibson coming in and running the board. And Nick Arcio, who stepped in really off the bench with no training and did a terrific job. And I got to throw in Wally Weld, right? Yeah, Wally Weld, of course, baseball operations. So for all the staff here for Colorado American Legion Baseball, we will see you next time. Have a great afternoon.